matters to me. When you're gone, when you're gone, nothing really matters to me. When you're gone, when you're gone. When I close my eyes, then I start to cry for you. You're the reason why I have to say goodbye to you. This thing I have inside just makes me want to die for you. All these lonely nights, they just don't seem so right for you. Send me all my, send me all my love. I'm sending all my love to you. I'm sending all my love. I'm sending all my love to you. Every move you make, day by day I pray for you. When I close my eyes, teardrops start to fall for you. Sending all my love, sending all my love to you.
All right.
Love it.
Welcome everybody to another Freestyle Showcase Podcast number 14.
That's right.
Number 14, and today we have a special guest. I mean, a lot of people know him with the group Linear, but we know him also as Joey Restivo. But before we get to our guest today, we just got always like every week we always make some announcements, the latest stuff that's going on, or the events that are coming up soon. Like behind me, I have my background. I have Saturday, October 5th, 2024. So stuff like that we'll be announcing. So before we get to Joey, Alida's gonna start. I'm gonna start scrolling down here, and Alida's gonna start talking about the future events that we have around. So we're gonna start with this one right here.
So this one is coming up on July 20th, and I can't see it, it's too small. What's this in? I'm sorry.
It says July 20, Taylor Day live in concert. The one that sings "Tell It
Is
to
that
My
in
Heart."
Massachusetts? Is that the one in Massachusetts?
I think this is the one in.
I'm sorry.
It
I
doesn't
can't
say.
On my screen, it's so small that I can't see.
Well, it says Massachusetts. Yeah, I got it right now.
Massachusetts. See,
948 Broadway, Saugus, Massachusetts.
Right. So we got Taylor Dane. We got the original cover girls there. You got to come out and see. If you're up in Massachusetts, you can check out this event. What other events we got around the states? We got in Palm Bay, Florida, Space Coast. Okay. We're having a lighting festival. Giggles is going to be up here. It's going to be amazing. Can't wait to be up there. We'll be up there covering the event and seeing our good friend Giggles.
Mm-hmm. And then we have.
Then we got October 5th, Saturday, and this year. Charlie Rock is putting on this event. It's freestyle. What does that say? Freestyle Free for All Tour. And you got some big dogs right here, right? You got Cynthia Giggles, Lizette Melendez. I mean, you got Johnny O.
That's like cream of the crop stuff.
Everybody said Lisa Expose, of course, the cover girls. It's going to be amazing. Got Gordo, Brenda K. Star.
Oh, yeah, and it goes on.
The music keeps going on. I don't know about you, but I know we're aging, but I feel every time I hear.
Who said?
I know. We can't fight. Well, unfortunately, we can't stop time, right? But we can surely try to look incredibly good. So, as our dear friend David Torres said, we're grown and sexy. So that's what we are, okay? Because we're still looking young. But what I was going to say was that this music brings me back in time, because we grew up in an era that music was part of our life. Music is around now, but I don't think it's the same because we have phones now, right? So people are consumed by their cell phones, so it distracts them from the music, I believe. And we grew up in a time we had no cell phones. We didn't have we didn't even have pagers when we were real young.
No,
We didn't have pagers. We had a public phone in the corner if you lived in New York.
Mostly
you could
each
find
corner,
a phone
right?
that was clean and actually worked. That you can make a call, right? But music was our life. So all these songs, like listening to this song, right, with the original Laniers back in 1990, just brings me back, right? It brings me back to my youth, and it just gives me all these happy memories. That's all I say.
No, and the thing is that it's awesome to have these people still around.
Oh my gosh,
you
yes.
know, and healthy and doing things. That's what's up, man.
Hey.
That's what I love about everything, about this.
Yeah, music is life, right? Music
We had
is
one
life.
right here. I left one out.
Oh yeah, the Freestyle Cruise. Freestyle is Latin Cruise too, January 25th to February 2nd of 2025. Again, they're going
We got a Latin
St.
rascal around
Thomas,
here.
St.
Yep.
Martin. That's a good time because there's no hurricanes then. That's
Exactly.
good. Carnival Magic from Miami. Okay, so we got some good players there too. And Fascination's gonna be on that one too, right? Nasty Boy.
Fascination. You got
Rochelle.
JCEE.
Yeah.
You got
Abby
Raquel.
Cruz. Angel from the Cover Girls, Naija, and Tony Moran.
And Fulanito. They're gonna throw some Fulanito in there too.
Oh, that's why they threw the Latin in.
Yeah,
Like,
there you go.
that's
That's what they
throw
threw.
in the
Exactly. That's
We're gonna do
Latin.
some merengue, and then we're gonna do freestyle.
Well, anyway, a little quick thing from our sponsor right here. So Marla, besides being a freestyle artist, ALIDA, tell her what Marla does as well.
So Marla, okay, Yvette Melendez is a VIP of mortgage lending. She's an incredible, intelligent woman. If you have any needs, refinancing your house, getting a loan, anything, buying, you're gonna buy property, investment, anything need like that for a loan, she's the person to go to. She's really good. She's really responsive. She'll give you the best rates. I don't have the flyer now, and then for your real estate needs, you have to go to the Gonzalez Property Group, Arlene Gonzalez, and I'll get her number for you guys. If you need anything, please let me know. You can contact here, and I'll give you all the information for Arlene Gonzalez. She can help you with any real estate needs, investments, property. She helped us sell our house and buy a new house, and in record time. Let me tell you, we sold a house and bought a house in 30 days and moved. 30 days.
She was so badass that we closed the same
Okay?
day on both.
We closed the same day on both houses. So we gave one key, got the other key, went thank you, and we had to move. Okay?
It was
With
good.
5 people and 9 animals. Okay?
Anyway.
Anyway, these people are amazing. I personally recommend them because they have helped me, and that's why we give the help our small business Latino owners, small businesses, right? We have to help them. You don't see too many ads about that too much on TV. So I'm pushing it here for all our Latino business owners. Thank you for what you do. And Marla, thank you. Arlene, thank you. And let us know if you got out there, if anybody needs anything, just give us a shout out and we'll give you all the information. All right. And just notice also about our rebranding that we are Spanglish Entertainment. And under the branch of Spanglish Entertainment, you will find the Spanglish Cafe podcast. You will find the Freestyle Showcase. You will find our other Rebooted Mindset podcast and other things that we're doing. Will be all under one umbrella.
There you go.
The website is not quite up yet, but by the end of this weekend, it will be up. It's Spanglish-entertainment.com. And there you will find all our services. You will see the magazine. You will see the podcast. You will see,
everything you need to know about us.
Everything will be
Our
under
brand.
one umbrella. Just make it easier for everybody to get to one website. So.
Okay, without further
the
ado, there you go, man. We're gonna bring our boy Joey Restivo. So please, let's welcome him with a warm applause. We got a big crowd today, so there you go.
Woo! Hello.
What's going on, everybody?
All right. Oh, you got a little echo there.
Uh-oh. It's a big room I'm in. I'll talk a little soft.
Okay, there you go. Man, looking good, man. You look like you're chilling there, man, and everything, man. I like the decor behind you, man.
Oh, thank you, brother. Yeah, we're in this a property, a pretty new property of ours here in Medellin, Colombia. This one was Pablo Escobar's accountant's house. And Pablo's brother lived here, and one of his main bad guys, Popeye, lived here. And this is our newest one that we're fixing up and putting out.
Man,
That's interesting.
wow.
He was a Pablo Escobar fanatic watching the shows
Yeah, I
on
like
TV.
the series.
So.
You know, sometimes I go for the bad guys, but he was one of a kind. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, before we continue about, I know you're in Colombia right now. You just said you're in Colombia, but before this, let's go back to before Linear and everything. Let's go back to Joey when he was a kid. What was Joey like when he was a kid? Was he like this? Would you sit like in front of the TV and with a stick or whatever and start singing or something, or what? How did this happen?
Well, I always loved music. We grew up in an Italian household, so there was always a very big, I guess, eclectic mix of music. And I always loved music. I remember when I was a kid playing with my action figures and collecting comic books. Grew up in Brooklyn and then South Florida. Shout out to my Floridians and New Yorkers out there. And I'm in Colombia almost 16 years. So how'd I start? I loved wrestling as a little kid. I loved acting. I loved music.
Oh, I love it.
We're all the same.
I was always into that stuff. My dad took me to me and my brother to our first wrestling match at a church. And I think it was Regina Pages in Bensonhurst, New York, but I don't remember 100% what church it was. But I'll tell you what, when we stood in front of all of those wrestlers, oh my God, they were larger than life. And we got to meet Andre the Giant and Ivan.
I got to see those guys up close too, man. And I mean, it was like something scary to see at the same time, but exciting.
That's why when people say wrestling's fake, I'm like, yeah, let a 350-pound man climb on a rope 5 feet tall in the air and jump down on it. How fake it is that.
Listen, in those days, it was the Puerto Rican pride. Pedro Morales was the heavyweight champion at one time down, and Bruno Sammartino, so all these people.
He's
man,
a wrestling guru.
I'm a fan. I'm a big fan.
He's a fan. I mean, I've seen wrestling since I was a kid too. I grew up in New York, and him too. But it's funny how, because I've been in Florida so long now, so I feel like I'm the New Yorker and the Floridian now.
Well, it's like a second New York anyway, Florida. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of us down here.
So you like wrestling and you like music always as a kid?
Always. Music, wrestling, acting, comic books, superheroes. When my mom got us our first Atari, that was a story and a half. You want that story? You want something I never told anybody?
You could do the short version. You can do whatever you want.
All right. So I was an altar boy, and and no funny business, right? The priest was a good priest. So
okay.
We used to go and we used to serve mass, me and my best friend, Mike Mulligan. You would have to go, you'd get out of school a little bit early. You get ready, you serve the mass. Normally it was a funeral or some kind of a wedding or just a daily mass. And then all the other kids got their recess. And then when you were done with the service, you could go and eat. And the lunch ladies, because it was a Catholic school, loved you because loved us because we were altar boys. And we get to eat extra, get to play, and then go back to class and miss like half of the next class after recess. Right. It was great. The priest took a liking to me, so he told me, well, Joseph, now one Sunday out of every month we had to go to the school's church. It's just required. I don't know what it was. And he told me, Joseph, you're doing such a fine job that we're going to let you pick the 50-50 next Sunday. Nice. I said, come again? He says, yes. Okay, great. Thank you, Father. I appreciate it. It was Father Larry. I'll never forget it. So I went back to class. I says, hey, listen, Sister De La Rosa, I want to sell some more 50-50 tickets. I think, I could sell more. She goes, but Joey, you already sold your, whatever the amount was. Make a long story short, I got an extra book or two out of her. And I ran up and down my block. Now I'm a kid, mind you. So I'm a kid, mind you. So I sold every single ticket. I had my last 3 tickets. I said, Mom, will you buy the tickets? You get the hell out of here. I already bought it like a whole book of tickets. I'm not buying it no more. No. I said, Dad, will you buy it? He goes, no. I said, Dad, maybe just buy 1 ticket then. I'll buy the, 3 for $5. Buy 1 more for $2. Make a long story short, I saved that one. I didn't turn that ticket in. And we magically won that Sunday, the 50-50. Well, you remember what a 50-50? But that was a scam from the church anyway, because, they won 50% of the money all the time.
Right.
So I helped the odds in our favor. Now, you could judge me, but I was 11 years old? So,
11,
and that's
already.
sorry, so the final part of the story. We're driving home. My mom's driving us. We're in the back seat, and I'm telling my brother Antonio, I'm like, Anthony, hey, this is what I did. And he's laughing. My sister's listening. And my mom looked at me in the rearview mirror. My mom had big, green, crazy Italian eyes. She looked at me. She goes, what are you saying, Joey? What are you talking about? I looked up at her. I said, nothing. She goes, Joey, what are you? And then she stopped. She goes, oh, my God. Please tell me you didn't do what I think you just did. I said, well, what do you think I did? She pulled over the car. She almost pulled me out of the car. I said, Mom, we just wanted Atari in a couple of games. You could keep the rest. She goes, all right. And that's how we got our first Atari.
Wow. Wow. That was amazing.
Hey, you were a businessman. You worked his way, got the new Atari.
Hey, man, you gotta do it somehow, right? See,
Video games.
see,
Those were
they were
amazing.
hustlers, you know, since they were small. We were hustlers.
But how would the priest tell us? How would he tell me, knowing I grew up in Brooklyn, how would he tell me that I'm going to get to pick the 50-50 on the next Sunday coming up?
Right? What are the odds?
Magic. I don't know. It was in my favor that day.
Yeah.
Hey, have you got your freestyle guy cup yet?
No, I have not.
These are awesome. I gotta send you the link.
My
I gotta send you the link. They got sneakers. They got the shirt. I didn't put the shirt on today.
Okay, I have my shirt on.
She has her freestyle girl,
You
you
can
know.
see it.
Oh, wow,
Freestyle
that's
girl.
great.
Yeah, this is all, you know, giggles. We have
Everybody.
we have the website right there, so
Yeah,
we'll
if
put
you
it
have any
we'll put it
bling,
on.
You
Yeah.
sell any bling or anything? Do you have a website?
You have a website,
Do
anything?
you
Let me
sell
know, man.
stuff?
Well, I think Giggles is going to stay with me when she comes here for a day or two.
That's cool.
Oh, cool.
So she got to give me a t-shirt. Otherwise, I'm going to charge her my rent.
Ah,
charge-
you better go before you start when you start packing. Remember to put a couple of t-shirts, some sandals, some shorts.
Yeah, let
She
her
got all
know.
kinds of stuff. A cup, a mug.
Oh, she has stuff for the pets. I want
Oh,
my
she got stuff for
doggy
pets.
thing.
I don't know. Joey don't got animals there, right?
Actually, you know what? I have a finca. I have a farm. And for some reason, the two dogs that watch the farm are constantly getting pregnant. So we do have one dog. I got one dog, but I gave that to Sarah. But they come and visit me all the time. And then I have two dogs on the finca.
Oh, wow. That's cool. That's cool.
So how did you end up with Linear? Tell us a little
I mean,
story
I
about
started when I was super young. So I know Wyatt. When I first moved to Florida, I was 15 years old. And Wyatt, you know, it was three of us. It was me, Charlie, and Wyatt. That was the original Lanier. It was me, Charlie, Wyatt, Tolga, Todd Adler. And so Wyatt was my best friend. You know, when you're kids, you make a pact. Wyatt was trying to learn the guitar back then. I was into acting and writing, you know, music and stuff like that. And I told Wyatt, hey, if you make it first, you pull me in. If I make it first, I pull you in. And then I met Charlie, and he told me Tolga was doing an audition for backup dancers and keyboard players and stuff like that to back Tolga, who was unbelievably talented back in the day. And I met with Tolga. I auditioned. Tolga fell in love in a cool way. And I was it. I started off in Tolga, and then we all created Lanier together.
Nice,
Wow.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little clip that
And
we
then it
showed.
took off, huh?
Yeah, it took off, and people started liking the song that I put, you know, for the introduction. So, you know, everybody's
ni-
watching up that Sally Sal,
the
sending
90s,
you
the
you know,
90s looks.
let me see. Let me
So
see.
did
What,
they
let me
say,
see
did
who's
they
around.
they had to tell you look like Richard Grieco, right?
Yeah, she was telling me that.
You look like
I
Richard
heard that a
Grieco.
lot. Actually, you know what? We were recording our second album in LA, me, Charlie, and Wyatt. And I don't know what the thing was. I didn't feel good one day, so I didn't go in. I didn't have anything to do that day anyway, so I stayed in the apartments that we rented, or that Atlantic Records rented for us, Oakwood Apartments. And Charlie, when he came back, him and Wyatt ran to my room, said, Joey, you can't believe it. We thought you were cheating and not, you know, you thought you were lying about being sick. And Richard Grieco was in it because he was in the teen magazines just like we were. And he was one of the things just looking through the teen magazines, which, listen, when you're at that stage and you're famous in the teen magazines, it's addicting. Every single time you walk past a newsstand or a place like that, you want to go look, but it's embarrassing if people recognize you. So you can't really look. But if nobody recognizes you, you're sitting down, open everyone and we're just looking for our own, you know, pictures and articles and stuff like that. So Richard Grieco, when they thought it was me, and they ran and said, Joe, you're such a liar. Why'd you not come? And when he looked up, they says, oh my God, no, sorry. He goes, no, I hear that a lot, that I look like him. And it was kind of cool. So he said to Charlie and Wyatt, Richard said to Charlie and Wyatt, people say a lot, he looks like the guy from Lanier. Right?
Right. So look at that.
Look
Vice
at that.
versa.
It's that style, and then, you know, I think he's Italian too. You're Italian.
Yes.
So, you know,
yes,
it's
he's
just the
Italian.
look, right? And then back in those days, everybody, you know, I went to LA from New York. So I got the long-haired rockers and all that stuff. I kind of miss a little
Yeah,
bit
she's
of
the rocker from the family.
well, I veered from freestyle and dance to rock when I went to LA. So.
But rock was great back in the day. Rock is great. Listen, as human beings, we're allowed to celebrate any and all kinds of music that resonates with us, right?
Right.
And I think that's cool. I think the people that say, "Oh, I'm just a rocker, I'm just a freestyle, I'm just hip hop, I'm just country," I think they're limiting themselves because there's so much great music out, and it's always been great music. But I think our era, our generation had the best music because we were storytellers, right? And we were fun.
Yeah.
But I know my father said the same, and his father said the same, and his father probably said the same.
But but we grew up before technology, so it's a difference.
Exactly.
Okay, people, the generation now, like my kids, everything has been on the internet since they were born.
Yeah,
Right?
it's true. You see everything, yeah.
You see these little kids, they get tablets at 2 years old. They're like going like this, putting on their YouTube channel. What? That's crazy. It scares me, you know.
Hey, look, we got Rachel Nana online right there saying hello to Joey. Some of our followers.
Hey, what's up, Rachel?
This is my girl Deborah. This is one of my correspondents that works with us on Wednesdays for Spanglish Cafe with the salsa side, the Latin side. So, what's up, girl? ¿Qué cosa? And she says, Rachel also says that she loved that song that I played in the beginning.
I remember that song.
You know. Then we got Sally Sal here. I know you know
What up, Sally Sal?
Saying what's up, and then we got our other lines, which look who just popped in.
Oh.
Nashali Lozada.
Nashali was just in Medellin, Colombia. We spoke.
Oh yeah, I know a little bit. I don't want to spoil it, but we're in touch. We're in touch. So expect that interview someday.
We're booked till August or
yeah, we're booked till August already.
More people. Yeah, we want to continue bringing you guys out and giving you exposure and just, you're doing new music, which we'll talk about next.
Yes.
And that's what all counts, is that you're still making music. You have incredible music and talent, and people need to know. And you know how it is.
What did David Torres say?
So hard.
What did David Torres say?
We're grown and sexy.
We're still grown and sexy, but we're still kicking butt, man. Hey, I just sent you a little clip. I sent you a little clip of something that I did, right? Remember the little clip I sent you from what I did? My stuff.
I thought it was dope. You got a great voice, brother. Your salsa skills are high. You're dope.
Thank you.
But I told you, you got to get a couple of different angles. 'Cause you look great. You sound great. The song is ridiculous. Yeah, that's going to be a force to reckon with when you put it out.
Let's see what let's see what kind of crowd we're gonna get. Hey, Sally South said, what you know about Brooklyn, 13th Avenue?
What do I know about Brooklyn? You know what I know about Brooklyn, Sally South. I'll give you one. Forget about it. Sally. Huh? What do you know about the Pignoli cookie, Sal?
Sal, there you go. Sal's gonna rebuttal soon.
Food. Oh my God. I'll never forget my girlfriend from high school and her family. Her mother was from Italy. So when I used to go to her house, she wore the black, like the old school black, all black with the apron and the thing on her head. And she's there, like, stirring the pot with the sauce and everything. And
you have it? Oh my God, that was funny.
I would come in and she's like, Manja, ALIDA, you're too skinny. Manja.
Italians are like Puerto Ricans, you can say, because they have so much food always around. Like, you go to any family's house and there's food all over you. You just walk from the kitchen to the other side and you just pick something on the way. You know what I mean? Or you pick on something on bread, whatever,
Remember,
there's always something.
The comedian, Sebastian Maniscalco, the comedian. He's really funny. He's an Italian American.
You got to look that guy up. Look that guy up.
And he makes a joke about that because he's Italian. He says, when you go to Italian's house, when you get in the house, there's always already bread with something to dip in it, and there's always antipasta. Like there's always something to munch on, right? So he was talking about how he went to his wife's family, who was Jewish. And he comes in and there's nothing on the table.
For Rosh Hashanah or something like that.
Whatever, some holiday. And he's like,
wait a minute.
There's no bread, there's no oil, there's no nothing, Gefilte fish. He's like, what the heck?
The most funny of all said is that
the meatballs.
the main thing was that he went to that dinner,
Right.
and he didn't expect that they were gonna read for 2 hours. He says 2 hours. I'm hungry right now. I need some bread, some olive oil or something, to start. So that's
I
how we
actually
were
saw
going
the
out.
clip. He's hysterical, and he's like, then you had to do the prayers, and they had to do this. Then he brought out a matzah thing, right?
Anyway, we're not making fun of the Jewish people.
No,
I'm just saying I
we're
work.
talking about food. We're talking about how food is a staple in all cultures, right? And that's what I remember about growing up in New York. It was just like good food. I was saying my girlfriend's family, they had the best Italian food. I have never been able to eat anything like that unless I go to somebody's house, because everything they sell outside is crap. It's American. It's not Italian.
Exactly.
So
Ketchup, like they say, it's ketchup.
it's ketchup.
Yeah, and they love you, and they get offended if you say no. They honestly get offended. Like I remember my parents. It was me, my brother, and I think my sister at the time, and we had a house in Flatbush. It was a little house, but it was 3 stories. We were on the bottom. My grandparents were in the middle, and my Aunt Marie, who's my crazy aunt but great, was on the top. And my mom would make whatever she's going to make for dinner, whatever, steak or whatever it was, chicken or whatever. So we eat. And then we go upstairs to say hello to Grandma and Grandpa. And Grandma always had the best Italian food. And Grandpa every single day went to either Cangiano's or Scotto's and bought the fresh Italian pastries and cookies. And then we had to eat there. And then we went one more flight up, and it was my Aunt Marie. And she had potato chips and soda and Yoo-hoo and chocolate, nonsense like that. I didn't stand a chance. That's why when me and my brother wore our corduroy Catholic school uniforms, they would be worn out in between the thighs. They'd be worn out quick because we are like, and my dad said, the boys are walking down the street with you. But the Italians, when they offer you something to eat, is because they love you and they want you to just to enjoy yourself and go for it. Yeah.
True. Our family does the same thing with el cafecito, If you go anywhere in Puerto Rico, you'll get, quiero un café con leche.
I bet you he's in Colombia right now. I bet you he got Colombia.
Arroz con gandules.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey Joey, so we got a nice video here that you did. According to this, it was like about 9 months ago or something new. The song is One More Night. I really loved it, man. I checked it out. I checked the video. I think it was amazing. We won't play the whole thing because Big Brother, gets offended a little bit, so he starts cutting out my stuff on the replays and everything. But we'll play some 2 minutes. But anyway, I just want to tell Big Brother, I keep on saying it. If you need a disclaimer or something, let me know, because these artists that are present on our show right now are giving me full total permission to play their videos. They're not getting offended. We have them on the show. So, just letting you know, if we need to dispute something, let's do it. But with all due respect to Big Brother, we're going to throw something good from Joey Restivo. It's called One More Night. So get your popcorn, get your favorite drink. Go ahead, Joey. What you going to say?
I'm sorry, man. I want to say one thing really quick. So my brother directed that video. My brother's name is Antonio Restivo. He was on America's Got Talent, made it to like the semifinals. He's got a Guinness Book of World Records. He did a show in Las Vegas. He's just a big deal, and he's one of my favorite people to ever walk this earth. So my brother directed it. Now, because my brother's a fire performer and he does like illusions with big flames and stuff like that, we decided in this video we wanted to do a real body burn. So the guy that's dancing with my chick in the video, we really set him on fire at the end. It was all safety, right? My brother had his safety team there.
Right.
He does with the movies also body burns. And for the people at home don't understand what I'm talking about, a body burn is if you ever see a movie and you see somebody catch on fire and they're running and that's like 9 out of 10 times it's real. Unless it's, computer generated, but my brother does this for real. And if you're going to show any part, show the beginning, maybe part of the middle and the end when the guy catches on fire, because that's 100% real. And I actually have the behind the scene footage for it. And one last thing I want to tell everybody out there. So I'm singing about the song. I'm like, girl, I ain't got room for you, him and I. And it leads the people to believe that I'm talking about giving a girl that I'm dating an ultimatum because her ex is back in the picture. But the truth is the him, if you pay attention to the video, is really the cell phones. And you ever go out on a date with somebody, you're out with somebody and they're constantly on their cell phone and doing this while you're trying to have a connection. So the real villain in the song is the cell phones. And if you notice the light, all the cell phones light up at some point, you'll see. Just go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen,
Anyway, if
One
I
more.
start liking them, I'm gonna leave it longer. So Facebook, I hope you understand. But we got Joey Restivo in the house. So lay back, get your popcorn, man, get your favorite drink, man. Just kick back and check this out.
Promise before the sun goes down, you won't leave me in a ghost town. Tell me how am I supposed to survive without you by my side tonight? It don't matter if I sink or swim. Just say the word and I'll jump in. But you're staying with me, made them history. That's all I need, that's all I need. Darling, my heart can't deal with knowing that you're going back to him. Don't wanna lose you now, baby, turn around. Give me one more night, one more night. You can't deny we've got magic. No, we don't know why it just happens. Say you feel it now, baby, turn around. Give me one more night, one more night. One more night. One more night. I'll be lost in the trail of tears if you don't make them disappear. Girl, I ain't got room for you in mine. Baby, it's on you to decide. Darling, my heart can't deal with knowing that you're going back to him. Don't wanna lose you now, baby, turn around. Give me one more night, one more night. You can't deny we've got magic. No, we don't know why it just happens. Say you feel it now, baby, turn around. Give me one more night, one more night. One more night. One more night. Don't you leave me standing here alone. My poor heart can't take it no more, no more. I don't recognize your touch is gone. Gotta leave that past behind you, please, no more, no more. Darling, my heart can't do it, knowing that you're going back to him. Wanna lose now, baby, turn around. Give me one more night, one more night. You can't deny we've got magic. No, we don't know why it just happens. Say you feel it now, baby, turn around. Give me one more night, one more night. One more night.
I know.
Wow.
That's why we're saying we should love with cell phones. You know, these things are deadly now. These
No,
things are.
it's lethal.
And it's
lethal.
true that your song is true because how many times I've seen people, restaurants, couples, and they're just like this. Like, why did you even go out to dinner for?
You know,
Right?
now people, families they take children out to dinner, and they give them the cell phone so they could be quiet.
No.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. But you
You know
lose so much sometimes, and it's the younger generation. That's really all they got. And it's sometimes it's crazy that they're missing out on so much. And I find myself, if I lose my phone, I feel like I'm crippled, like I'm like they got my hands tied. I can't do anything. Like I'm held up. It's a tough thing. We really became reliant on cell phones.
Yeah, we have. I leave it sometimes inside and I go outside to my garden and I just go whatever. And I just go to get out of the technology stuff, you know?
You know, we
Just
have, and then at night we had to have the bad habit of having our phones next to us, and that's not good.
Yeah.
And we started like, yo, I'm putting my phone all the way over there. I want to hear it to the next day, you know.
Yeah. But anyway, talking about that song, so it was great. I loved the rhythm of the song. The effects were really good.
No, I love the video.
Where did you film that?
We shot that one on location in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was Vegas.
Okay.
Exactly.
Vegas.
No, I'm saying, man, that video, it was so clear. It was very, I mean, it was very
good.
awesome. I said, I would like a video like that for one of my salsa songs. So, I don't know, man.
My brother pulled out all his stops. My brother's got a bunch of really great, talented, influential friends. You know, normally when you shoot a music video, depending on your budget, but you have like camera A, camera B, like 2 cameras, and then you'll have a behind the scenes camera. And that could be a cell phone or a little camera just taking all the behind the scenes footage just in case. You're documenting it. We had 6 cameras on this site. And let me tell you, that sounds like it's great. I'm going to say this first, and I'm going to tell you how it's not great, right? So my brother had 6 cameras. There were 2 cameras on set that his friends were beta testing for the big companies, meaning they were testing it before it came out to the market. That's what they do with a lot of things. And it was amazing. Like we had a big, huge crew. The problem was I'm one of those hands-on guys when I write, produce, you know, and we do things. The videos, I have to be there. I tried to outsource it before, and when I get back, isn't telling the story that we set out to tell. So I'm one of those control freaks. And to make a long story short, it took us 4 months to edit this video, where it should have taken a week, 2 weeks maximum. But there was so much footage that you just didn't want to. You want to put your best foot forward. At least I know I do. My brother does. Most people with passion want to put their best foot forward. But when you have so many hours of video, so normally, let's say you got 2 cameras, you might have, I don't know, let's say 30 hours, 20 hours of footage, depending, right, on how many times you're taking it. We had hundreds of hours of footage. It was real. And God forbid, because, you know, we're doing it, we say, okay, take 2, and we write down, okay, take 2 is the one we want for this part, and take 7 was the one we want, and take 1 was, we didn't have that shot, that list, so unfortunately it took a long time, and it's a lesson learned. Now, my brother's got these guys that shoot movies and TV series, and he's friends with every famous person pretty much in Vegas. So when he said, hey, we're doing a video for my brother, they all came out, and it was really a great experience. I want to shout out our friend. He owns the nightclub we did, and it's called Ichabod's. And I want to shout him out, Francois, because what an unbelievable, generous human being. He let us use his club, his cars, a bunch of really cool stuff. So yeah, we had just a lot of great people involved. We had a guy named Paul Gunn, who's up and coming, a famous actor. The guy that got burnt, Mark Justice, he's starting to become a pretty popular actor now too. So we had some really great people in our shot. It was a good time. Yeah.
No, it's good, man. You know, God is good, man. And when you stay positive and you do good things, man, good things come to you, man. That's all I could say to everybody, you know. Yeah. I mean, but the graphics were great. I seen a lot of your work, and the more I see the videos and the more I see another one, I'm like, wow, like there's a lot of creativity, and that's what the art of music is all about. It's not like I'm the mayimbe, you know, like. You know what I'm saying? It's like I put my art out there just because I love doing it. That's it. If it grows, if God opened doors for me, hallelujah. If not, I still love my art.
It makes somebody smile, right?
You know, it makes the difference.
Smile, makes somebody.
Hey, make your cousin smile.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, my cousin.
If you're gonna do something, just give it your best shot.
Exactly.
You know. What I learned in my life is most people's biggest enemy is their own voice in their head saying they can't do it because they're this, they're that, they're what, they're blah, blah, blah. Those are
And
the
then
biggest
later
things
what?
that
There's two voices.
handicap us.
Remember, there's two voices, not one. There's one over here telling you, yo, you can't do it. The other one's telling you, you can do this, man. Come on, man. So I'd be like,
You're
with the two
fighting with
voices, they're
Shredder.
fighting over, yo, what you want to do, man? I'm
Like,
like, man,
shut
I'm going
up.
with this guy. Man. So yeah, man, we got another video, man. I mean, I love your stuff, man. I mean, it's amazing to bring it out here. Talk to us a little bit about Frozen in Time.
Oh, Frozen in Time. I love that. So, all right. So I wanted to do a Christmas song. Christmas and Halloween are probably my two favorite holidays of the year. And I want to do a Christmas song. And sorry, my dog just bumped into the table. I want to do a Christmas song. And we wrote this one. And I have a property. Uh, downtown in Columbia. It's a 4-story building. It's got 11 bedrooms, 12 bathrooms, retractable roof. It's super dope. And on the corner, there was a bunch of decrepit old, I don't know, bad houses. So the government got them, tore them down, and put a park in it. And that park was up and ready probably, I don't know, 1 or 2 months before we shot that video. I said, why don't we shoot the video there? No, you can't do this. You can't do it. What do you mean you can't do it? Let's go. And that's where we shot it. We got a couple of pickup shots in different areas in Medellin, but we shot it in a park right next to that property. And
Like,
Frozen in Time.
Oh,
It's a song for me. The message would be, let's kind of be thankful for where we come from and what we got, right? There are people in the world that don't have anything and they're still happy. I think we should go back to that innocence and kind of
oh my
find
God,
it.
yeah.
And it's something I always say, and I believe it, compassion is king, right? And what that means is, don't judge somebody because they're doing worse off or they're doing bad or they're in the street and they can't afford to feed their family. Don't laugh and celebrate when people are doing bad. Try to lift them up as you can, because in the blink of an eye, it could be you, it could be me, it could be anybody that's in a really bad situation. And I also say, as human beings, we all get a chance to stand in the sun and bask in the sun and have great things happen and good fortune. But also, we are all forced at one time or another to stand in the rain. Compassion is king. And that's just about being compassionate to other people. That's about being humble. Yeah, I sold millions of records, me and my partners in Lanier, right? Never changed who I was. I stayed and signed autographs even when I had the flu when it was raining after a show, because I believe, thank God, for the fans. So this song you'll hear at the end, it says compassion is king. Listen to the words, they speak for themselves.
Man, we went a little bit long on the other one, but you know what? It was so good, man.
I said,
I'm like,
keep going.
I'm
Forget it.
sorry. We went a little
Stay
bit long.
a little bit longer.
All right, man. We're gonna do this, man. I know people having fun out there, man. I love this, man. I love bringing the shine. I love new stuff. I like creativity, you know, and that's those are the keys to an artist, man. So
Thank you,
let's
brother.
kick back. Let's kick back, my people. Right here,
Yeah.
we got a nice song right
Frozen
here.
in Time.
Frozen in Time.
Neighborhood so lit up with Christmas lights. I'm feeling good, I'm blessed to have this life. These are the days you wish would never end. So I'm gonna take it all in. But if I had my way, I'd make every day Christmas for you when I by the fireside, frozen in time. Time, time, time. frozen in time. Frozen in time. Every mall's packed, look at all the lines. You know the elves are gonna put in overtime. We're staying up late, just so we can see if Santa's gonna make us see. But if I had my way, I'd make every day Christmas for you when I by the fireside, frozen in time. Frozen in Hear the bells ringing, spread a little healing. Give what you can to someone who really needs it. All around the world, you can hear the children sing. Compassion is king, compassion is king. Hear the bells ringing, spread a little healing. Give what you can to someone who really needs it. All around the world, you can hear the children sing. Compassion is king, compassion is king. Hear the bells ringing, spread a little healing. Give what you can to someone who really needs it. All around the world, you can hear the children sing. Compassion is king, compassion is king. Hear the bells ringing, spread a little healing. Give what you can to someone who really needs it. All around the world, you can hear the children sing. Compassion is king, compassion is king.
Oh yeah.
No, it was awesome. That's a great song. It's a family song. Compassion is king, and it's so true.
That was
It's so
cool,
true.
man.
It
Reminds
touches
me.
my heart because JC knows how I am about the homeless. I have I have a hard time seeing people in the street. I think, and nobody in the United States should be
Should
homeless.
be in the street.
And you're living in another country, so you know what I'm talking about. You see real poverty, but there's a lot of poverty here too. And it's really sad in such a wealthy country that we live in that people are like that.
Exactly.
And we don't know their situation. We don't know those.
We don't know how they got there, but everybody has a story, and
Everybody has a story.
the main thing is, have a kind heart. It doesn't matter. Don't judge anybody, whether it's somebody in the street, homeless, whether it's a rich person.
Well, it's about giving a helping hand to another human being, right? That's what it is. It's about giving.
And you know how simple it is? Since I was young, if I saw a family or a person outside a restaurant or anywhere I was at, when I went in and ate, I either ate half of my sandwich, which was good enough, or I bought them something and gave it to them. There's another part of the video. It's like we all get so caught up in our professions, what we're supposed to be as men and women, where we want to be, whatever the case may be. And what I intentionally did is that little boy in the beginning was me. That was supposed to be me. That's why we had the same suit. And he just came by with the innocence and touched them with that little magic stick, which brought them back to their innocence, which is kind of saying, listen, we all come from somewhere.
Exactly.
It didn't matter if you had money or not as a child. If you didn't get a Christmas present, you would feel bad. If you didn't have something to eat, you would be hungry. We all came from the same kind of place. Some of us had more means, some of us had less. My family was really poor. It was food stamps and Medicaid, right? But I didn't have it any other way because we didn't know we were poor. Our family was so great.
Right.
And it forces me and my brother and my sister and people that come from that, if they have the right upbringing, to make the most of what they had. So we would play with the boxes first, and my mom and dad would get kind of a little, well, not my dad, my mom would get aggravated with us. Why we're spending this on the toys? Why are they playing with the boxes? Because we wanted to make it last. Right? A kickball couldn't just be a kickball. It had to be a kickball, a dodgeball, something to roll over the action, whatever. But it forced us to be more creative. And I brought people back to their childhood so they could see, listen, there's something else that we could all be a part of. Right? And that's the second part of the story. And I think it's important. I got to tell you, I feed over 200 people a month.
Oh,
because
awesome.
you'll never see videos. The only video you'll get a little piece of every now and again is on a Christmas. I'll either ask some of my friends If they want to give me money and help me buy more, or if not, it's okay. I pay my employees. We make lunches or dinners, and on New Year's Eve, we go around and we give them to all the homeless people that we can. We get a security guard because sometimes, it's different in Colombia. You could be in danger if you get into the wrong crowd of people and they're so hungry, but we do it. And every once in a while, I'll put it on. Another idea for anybody that vibes with what I'm talking about. Most of my life, especially when I lived in LA, I lived there for like a year and a half. I love sneakers. I've always loved sneakers, but I always keep extra sneakers and pillows and sheets in my trunk. And anytime I'd see somebody that didn't have shoes on their feet, I would, as long as they looked like the same size, I would stop and give them. If they didn't have something, I knew they were sleeping on the park bench. If I had a pillow, I gave it to them. And not that I'm looking for a pat on the back because, I'm a self-made guy. Nobody really helped me. But it's because I choose to make that difference, and it makes my soul feel better. I'm getting more from it than they could ever get, right? And God willing, if I'm God forbid, if I'm ever in that situation again where I don't really have anything, I'm hoping that I got enough credits built up that somebody's going to look out for me.
That's it'll play it forward, man. It should play it forward.
No, that's awesome that you're doing that because you're doing it out of the kindness of your heart, And I tell people you have to do it from the heart, You have to feel it's compassion, is having empathy for other people because it could be you. Any of us could be homeless in the street.
In a second.
Hey, quick story. We just closed our studio December before we moved up here. We had a studio 33 in Fort Lauderdale, 2,000 square foot. It was nice equipment, lights, everything. It was an event space. And little did we know that we had that plaza had a little homeless problem, but like we never really had issues with them. If anything, we would say, listen, you want to win a couple of bucks, you want to sweep the front. Boom! I'll give them a broom. They will sweep it up. Yo, man, thank you, man, and they will go real happy. Or when we did the parties, that there was a lot of food left. We had a refrigerator, so we would do plates, and then we would see them during the day. The next day, we'd be like, listen, you want some food? Come in, get some food. Instead of throwing it out, we just.
Yeah, I couldn't throw it out. There's no way. I mean, I went out sometimes looking for them. Like, where'd they go?
I know where they go.
One day I had food, and the guy, no, I already ate. Seriously, I got food. He's no, but I already ate.
And you know what? Instead of being mean to people like that, that there was a crowd hanging out all the time when we were closing.
Right.
So
protecting yourself.
Just by treating them well, a couple of them, which I think they were the leaders of the group or something like that.
Right.
They say, yo, listen, either, my man doesn't want you to hang out here, man. Let's go to the other side. And then there was a couple of them that would sleep around just to watch.
There was respect.
Right, respect. And then we will come the next day. I'm like, yo, I was watching, I'm like, yo, I'll throw them a couple of bucks. Yo, good looking out. You know, you
gave them purpose.
They're human too. They're people just like us. We just don't know.
100%.
We don't know the situation.
So I love this show because we never know what the artist is going to talk about. We don't script it. So it's like whatever you want, whatever the universe throws at us, right? And it's always I love when we're aligned because you didn't know me, you don't know JCEE.
Exactly.
So,
no, as a matter of fact, let me stop us there.
What?
We did meet Joey Restivo. Charlie Rodriguez did an event in Miramar, and I met you in Miramar. You didn't perform that day, but you was there. I'm like,
did I have one of my groups on stage? Did I have one of the groups on my label up there?
No, you. I think you went to visit. You wasn't on the lineup, but you had backstage pass to go in and just chill. So ALIDA was telling me, yo, who's that guy over there? And I'm like, that's Joey Restivo. And then you pass by and right. He's an artist.
We were hanging out. We were hanging out in the RV with who was that?
We was hanging out with Nelson Rigo.
Ah, cool. You're a super talented dude.
Yeah.
And Charlie Rodriguez, that's my man. I love Charlie. Let me tell you, Charlie.
For everybody that's listening out there, we are gonna have Nelson Rigo pretty soon. We have him scheduled for August, so we're gonna start promoting that. So we got a lot of good people coming up on the show right now. And like Nelson, I always say, it could be class A, it could be middle school, it could be new school. It doesn't matter to me, man. Everybody has somewhere.
We all got a story and such talent. I'm really, how many artists have we already interviewed? Like 30 or something artists or
On
more in
where?
freestyle.
On freestyle, we got maybe like about 20 artists
Okay.
so far.
On Spanglish, we did already 90 different artists.
Yeah, on Spanglish. On the Latin side, we already know over 90 people.
Over
I said,
90. And I
like
went,
100 people
wow,
already.
that's a lot of people. I'm like, now I can't even remember them. I'm trying to go through the lineup.
You got to go through the whole episodes, you know,
to
through all
see,
the episodes.
oh, wow, because he tells me, what about this one? We already did them. We did? I don't remember.
You know, and it's so funny. I went back to the beginning of everything, like the first like 7
Right.
episodes, and I'm like, oh my God,
I know.
what a disaster.
But that's how you get to hear. That's how you guys get to hear. This looks fantastic. Let me tell you something. Your show looks great. You're not missing
I got
anything.
the improvement, and I got my ace right here. She's into technology, graduation, computer science, so she knows how to take a computer and take it apart and build it again. So
Great.
she programs everything, and then now I've learned so much from her that she gives me the pilot seat now. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
Fancy
okay,
young man.
you want to be the man? Go ahead, do it.
You want to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Exactly. So there we go. I appreciate her
Gives me
so
a
much.
break.
She knows
It
that.
gives me a break.
Hey,
Well, I
listen,
watched your show with Angel from the Cover Girls, who I love. I love her and Latif. Those are my people. And talk about Stone Cold Hustlers and fantastic people. They're thinking about coming and visiting me here too. I spoke to Latif a couple of weeks ago and Angel, and I saw your show, and I would be honored to be on it because you guys go the extra mile to make your show look like this. This doesn't just happen. Not anybody could just say, "Hey, I want to do a show," and it looks like this. Not a chance.
and I told you, right? ALIDA is Latif's cousin.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's
Real
right.
cousin, like blood cousin.
Yeah,
I mean,
Latif and me are cousins. Yeah,
I love
but
your cousin. Latif is dope.
it's just that I moved to LA. He was in New York. Then like how you grow up and then everybody moves to everywhere and you lose track of people. And then I don't know how it was. My sister, she lived in LA with me. She's in Vegas now, and she started talking about him. And again, I go, yeah, doesn't he do freestyle? What does he do? Like, and then when she sent it to me, I go, oh man, are you kidding me? Where have I been for these 30 years? Like, so it's great. He's so happy we connected. He's been on the show too. I interviewed him as well. And he's awesome.
So yeah, it's
He's a
almost that
great
time. It's
Great
almost that time
manager.
of the hour, but it's almost that time of the hour. But it's so interesting, the conversation. We're gonna stretch it out a couple of more minutes because I got another video here
You got
that's
another one?
amazing.
Oh, okay.
Why don't I put here? That's amazing. So anyway, and I want to give a shout out. Some people got up here. Nationally out again. Giving you the hands. You know what I'm saying? And then we got my sister from another Mister, Migdalia Torres. She supports us in everything that we do. And just to let you know, Joey, I got people from the salsa side watching this show. Okay, so all the I got a lot of salseros, and I got right here my friend
A lot of New Yorkers.
Nelson Bermudez. JG. He said, I'm here now, Boogie Down Bronx in the house, loyal to see my freestyle. So this guy, let me tell you who Nelson Bermudez is. Nelson Bermudez is a very accomplished composer. He wrote for a lot of big people in Puerto Rico that are well known, and he's still doing it these days. He's part of a group called Reunidos por la Salsa. And Reunidos por la Salsa, I call them RPLS in English. And it's a group of guys, very experienced musicians that got together and started doing like a type of a Fania All-Star stuff. They bring in everybody's talent out because everybody has their own thing. But then they come up as a group once in a while, and they form this
like a group
tremendous
of all
show.
The independent artists.
All the independent
coming
artists.
together as a group just to kind of consolidate, help each other
So
out.
there you go. This guy can write a lot of salsa, man. He's just like you. He's another. Joey's a writer in his genre. He's a lot of talent here.
Like I said, between the salsa side and the freestyle side, and then of course there's a crossover, right? So there's a lot of people like me, born in New York, from Puerto Rican family, that we cross over from the Spanish to the English and things like that. So there's a lot of crossover over there. So that's why the fan base, I think, the fan base for freestyle right now is ridiculous. It's so huge.
It is.
I mean, Angel's been traveling.
Who said it's dead? Who said freestyle is dead? Who said freestyle was dead? Some
It's
people
still
saying a few
going.
years ago.
It's still going on. I mean,
Let me jump in and tell you this. Stevie B, who's like a brother, I love Stevie. That's my man. He did a tour in Brazil last November and January, and I was on it. I was available. I was on it. And the smallest show we had was like 8,000 people. The biggest was 17,500 people, something like that. Anybody that says freestyle is dead,
I don't know what they're talking about,
They
right?
love it in Brazil. Wow.
because we're taking them back to their old personal old school. That's what's happening there. And these people come in, their eyes light up and like, oh, and we're taking them back to when they were 14, 15, 16, 18, 20, wherever they were when our songs individually were popular. And they seem to enjoy it with so much. And that's also in Colombia, in Chile, in Peru. I know the shows we've done when I was with Pacific Concert Group, all over America. These shows were real serious shows and people are going bananas because it's taking them back to a pure time in their life. They're able to let it go and just be 18 again, be 15, wherever it was that they were. And it's a magical feeling to be part of something like that.
It is. Really.
Freestyle is dead. I think it's not an accurate statement. What I think is fair is some of the new people coming out trying to represent freestyle music are doing something that I wish they wouldn't. And this isn't everybody. And I'll never name a name. I'll never purposely go out and diss another artist. It won't happen. Even if that artist is talking crap about me, I won't do it. But what I think is back when we were young and we were doing what we were doing, we would beg, borrow, and steal to get our hands on any kind of equipment that was cutting edge and new to make our song sound like something. For some reason, some artists have it in their mind that they're paying homage to freestyle by using the old synthesizers and the old sounds and the old chord progressions that we did back in the day. And now it's like, unlike any other genre, you look at country, you look at hip hop, you look at rap, you look at reggae, you look at anything, they evolve in time and they naturally grow. And they evolve into where that's going to organically grow by the new artists, the new sounds, whatever we have available, within our grasp. And some of the old, they're just doing the same kind of sound as the 1980s and 90s. And I think that's where it starts to lay dormant and flat because there's no real originality. And that's what I think is hindering it a little bit from radio starting to jump on it again, because the lack of saying, hey, I want to put my best foot forward. I have a couple of freestyle songs and I wish I would have sent them to you guys. Stevie loves them. These are what I think freestyle would sound like currently if we were allowed to organically grow as a community of artists, right? So that's the only thing I think is a negative. Not terribly, but you got artists like Ike, George Anthony, Samuel, who's been around a long time, Ray Guel. You got a lot of artists that have done it back in the day and doing it again, and they're doing it bigger and better now. So I think, and this is never a diss because I'm a fellow artist and writer also, if you're an artist out there or thinking about being an artist, stay true to your soul. If you love the hits and the synths and all that stuff from the music, put some current stuff in there too so you can kind of elevate what we're all trying to do and put it out to the world, right?
Right.
Well, thank you for saying that, because I was just going to ask you, what do you recommend these new artists also that are doing freestyle? And like you said, you can't try not to take too much from the old school. Try to,
Well, he said it all. I mean,
he said it all. It's
if you listen to a song, if you listen, if you love freestyle or country or hip or whatever it is you love, and especially freestyle, try to think of any one of the songs, whether it's Sending All My Love, Spring Love, Fantasy Girl, Nice and Wild, whatever it is, try to think what that would sound like now that would excite you if you were a kid. Or if you were in what would excite you? Don't be afraid to roll the dice and take a risk. The worst that can happen is it could suck. So what? I've written so many songs that were garbage, and I thought they were great.
Part of the
and I written songs that I was like, oh, this song sucks, and I play, and people like, yo, that's your song. Like, you out of your mind? You can never tell what the people are gonna love. And my production partner, Key, always says, Joey, you got to put your babies out into the world. I'm like, well, what do you mean, Key? He goes, well, my old manager would tell me this. We want to get this song and fine tune it and polish it, make it this and make it that, and then nobody ever hears it and you don't have a chance. Sometimes, just sometimes, when you take that song and you don't over polish it and you put it out, it resonates with people in a different way. So that's what I'm saying. Just put it out there. Take a chance. Be creative. If you're not a creative person, there are so many people that are creative out there. Just go for it. And if you're going to go for it, really go for it. And then pay attention to how you put it out. Pay attention to your video if you're going to do a video. Your market, just pay attention to things that you could shine. And don't expect to get famous overnight. That doesn't happen. Lanier was an overnight success, but we worked for many, many years together in a little studio while we were going to school and doing whatever it is we were doing. We worked our butts off, right? It's like overnight success that took 3, 4, 5, 10 years, that kind of thing. Don't be afraid to put the work in. So many people are afraid to put the work in. Open your mind. If you got a block, take a break, step back. It's cool. But always roll the dice, take the shot, be creative. People are going to appreciate that, and it's going to resonate with more people quicker. There's a song I did, and it's called All Around Me. And it's a song I really wrote for my mom because, you know, they're both on their next great adventure. And that played a hard part on me. And I'm going to put that song, we did a basic comp mix on that song, and I'm putting it out like that because I believe in my heart, yeah, I could polish it. I could put some stuff on the vocals and make me sound like a false, like I got the best voice in the world, but I'm not doing it. I'm putting it out raw because I think it's going to resonate deeper in the people. So the people that need to hear the song are going to hear the song. It's going to get to them one way or another. Don't be afraid to take a shot. Then I got songs that we polished the heck out of, and I think they're fantastic. You never know. We did Sending All My Love on an 8-track. Not an 8-track that goes in the car, but
Okay. I was gonna say.
Tolga's a genius. Tolga is a genius, right? And my ex-partners, I was blessed. We were like brothers back in the day. And you know, we had our past, but I would never, ever, ever wish anything but the best for these guys because they were really part of my life in one of the best times of my life. So artists out there, take a shot, right? You're not going to vibe with everybody forever. You're not going to put one song out and become more famous than Michael Jackson on the first go around, but you could. Who knows? Take the chance.
You don't know exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we got an artist in the house here, Nashali. I mean, she just finished a video in Colombia, so I can't wait. I can't wait to hear that song. I can't wait to have her on our show to make her shine here, tell her story, and so the world could go out, you know, and they can see her. Whatever followers we have that are all here all the time at Freestyle Showcase.
And for people who don't know about freestyle,
exactly.
You know, some people might not even know about freestyle. I don't know where they're hiding, because if you turn on the radio still now, you will find a station. Oh, there's a freestyle song. And we're having an hour of 80s music, and it's all freestyle. You know, they say 80s music, right? So you never know what you find on some of the local radios, that they're still playing the music. Of course, you go to satellite radio, you got a whole freestyle section, which I love. Or if you're on Spotify, you can just put it on your playlist, which I have too.
You know,
he switches up. He plays the salsa. I switch it up to freestyle. I listen to everything.
Talking about salsa, man, like I was telling you, Joey, talking about salsa, I'm going to give a shout out to a couple of people that are locking in. I can't believe this. I mean, these guys are freestylers too, and they're made salseros already. We have Julio Viches in the house. We have Jose Cheo Torres, and we have my friend Waldo Ivan. All these guys have new recordings, man. I mean, these guys are amazing. And see, that's what I'm saying. You see how the brotherhood of salsa, even though I'm doing a freestyle show, they still come into my show to see.
It's your people. These are your people.
Un abrazo. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in, man. It's very important.
Subscribe if you're on YouTube.
Subscribe, baby. Subscribe.
Or like it, Facebook, whatever the social media. You know, you have to do all that stuff to get so you can move up to the top. You know.
There you go, man.
So all the AI stuff out there. So just click like, please, or comment, or and follow us also. So we can bring you more artists, so you can learn about all these artists that have been around for a long time. And you're like, I wonder what happened to so and so. Oh, there he is. You know, like here. Bringing you back when you were 16 or whatever age you were, that you enjoyed the music and life. Because I don't know, that's just that period of time. There's nothing like the 80s and the 90s.
Oh man, there's nothing.
I mean, compare.
Those times will not come back ever.
No,
it was the best.
And the music and all the legends that we saw, right? That now, you know, we're getting older, so a lot of them are getting up there. But look at the people who are still performing out there. You know, the legends are still performing out there. Different genres that are. Some people are 100 years old, you know, performing, and you know, even older.
Still grown and sexy.
Still grown and sexy. So.
Well, anyway, before we go, I want to play this other video, and I want to talk about this video called "Take Our Time."
Oh, I love "Take Our Time."
I enjoyed that.
What you want to know? What you want to know?
Quick thing. Who worked on it? I know it's another one of your songs. You wrote it. So
I wrote them. You know, me and my production partner Key wrote them. Me and my brother own the publishing. What do you need, sir? Come and say hello. I'll give you 10 pesos. Sarah's behind me saying, I need 10 pesos. I need 10 pesos. Come in. Oh, this is Sarah face.
Hey, hola.
¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está?
You
Tenemos
see one of my videos, right? Sarah's like my family. I love Sarah.
Mira, tell Sarah nos tiene que seguir los miércoles en Spanglish Café, donde entrevistamos a ceros.
Send me a link.
Speak to her in Spanish then.
I'll send you the link. I'll send Joey the link.
Okay, thank you. Please, por favor.
Okay.
What do you
Hi,
get?
beautiful.
What do you get to eat, Sarah?
Papitas.
We're not going to that place. Sorry, guys. This is pesos.
That's all right.
Oh,
See,
come on.
only in Freestyle Showcase we do
And we've
this.
been traveling the world with this show.
I want to go eat at Crepes and Waffles.
There we go. Oh, you're getting me hungry now.
I know.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Right
Right now.
I want one.
I'll order the one that you want, right?
Get something for you too.
That's-
You guys want to eat at Crepes and Waffles? I love that place. Order it, Sarah. Pay when it gets here. All right. So let me tell you about Take Our Time. Take Our Time is super dope. We shot the video in one of my places. Part of it in one of my places. Take Our Time is just a fun song. It's got like a little islandy vibe to it. It's a lighthearted thing. Pretty much almost like don't take it too serious and allow life to beat you down. Because it's easy, right? People come at you from every direction. Bills, the government, friends, users, manipulate. They come at you from it. Take a break and try to be in the moment for yourself. But just play the song. It's super dope. So I have a little love interest. It's a girl who works in my office, you know.
Wepa.
She didn't really work for me. She's an actress or a model, but it's super dope. I think this might be the first song, at least my kind of music, that I have a and I put a yawn in it. If you notice, the second verse, you'll see my socks pulled up to my knees. Shout out to all my cholos in the house, right? The Italians love it too. We wear the knee highs when we can, when we got clean socks. It's funny. And then a bunch of my employees, I had them dress up and makeup. I had artists in there that made them look old. So when you see the thing with the old people in it, pretty much all of them are my employees.
That's
Oh,
cool.
wow,
That's
that's
cool.
so
See,
cool.
creativity.
You're so creative. You really
Creativity,
are.
my people. Creativity.
And just remember, oh, yeah. Just remember that part.
Okay.
Vaya. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
I could see it in your eye. I know the day's been a drag, wanna wave the white flag sky high. Oh yeah. Under pressure like a pipe. I know your job got you sweating, any second they gon' see your backside. Oh yeah. You've been feeling kinda heavy like a wet towel. Praying for the world to slow down. Need a few minutes like whoa now. Tell your friends you gon' catch them like a rebound. Life ain't fun if you beat down. Got an idea, baby, hear me out. Why don't we take our time? Oh yeah. Leave the world outside, the 9 to 5, let it fly, take our time. Oh yeah. Come relax and wine, no it ain't a crime. Why don't we take our time? Sleeping in sounds nice. Netflix with my chick, Breaking Bad, we gon' binge all night. Oh yeah. Life's too short to be uptight. So the moments we're alone, you gon' have to put the phones on ice. Oh yeah. Tell our boss we'll be back to work one day. We need a fun day like Sunday. Leave our bags, baby, and run away. The wind in our hair, head in the clouds. All our little problems can't touch us now. Got an idea, baby, hear me out. Why don't we take our time? Oh yeah. Leave the world outside, the 9 to 5, let it fly, take our time. Oh yeah. Come relax and wine, no it ain't a crime. Why don't we take our time? Why don't we take our time? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Leave the world outside, the 9 to 5, let it fly, take our time. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Could we relax and wine? No, it ain't a crime. Why don't we take our time? Why don't we take our time? Why don't we take our time? Leave the world outside and magnify.
Wow.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's so good. It's so good. I love it. This is great so people can see, be creative, be you, right? That's what it's about music. Music is individual. It's an art. It's like a painting. So your song is like a painting. It's one of a kind. You draw your art piece and it's one. The same thing with music. So people just, put your heart and soul in it because that's what makes it. That's what makes people love the music, I believe.
And you know what I loved about the video the most? The champagne. Get it in champagne. Get it in champagne.
Oh, that's right. Like your song. That's great. You guys were talking about art. You want to see something kind of cool? I'm going to take you into the back room. Not the back room, but right behind me for a second. Hold up. So we got some properties here, right? We got a hotel and things like that. So I got this artwork that just came tonight. That's got to go to one of the properties.
That's cool?
Love it.
I love it.
And these are super big pieces. These are like 4-foot pieces.
Yeah, they're
nice.
big. I see. Is that tile on the walls or is that wallpaper?
That's wallpaper.
Wow.
Nice.
That's nice.
Right? And here we got this for the cinema room. You guys want to see one quick?
Here's Johnny.
It's cool, right? Let me show you guys this. Let me show you guys this really quick. I'll give you a thing. And then I want to tell you about a couple of shows we got coming up. So
Okay, cool. Yes.
Oh man.
here's the office during the day where some of the people work marketing and promoting this. There's a reception desk. But let me show you this. This is super cool. There's another piece of art we got.
Wow.
That's called Chief Jaheed. He's going up in the billiard room. And let me show you this. Hold on. You're gonna love this stuff. This is a backstage tour for my people. So we had these chairs built.
I saw that room.
Yep, but I changed it. And here I'm gonna show you people we're fixing this too, but this is a 20-person jacuzzi, which is pretty
exactly
dope.
Hey, is this
We're just fixing the ceiling, the roof. So we got the ladder in there, no water.
And the pool table.
Is this an invitation?
Say again?
Hey, you go to Puerto Rico for
What do you think I'm showing you for?
No, well, I know. He's in other words, he's just telling us that if we're ever in Colombia, we got somewhere to go.
We got, say hi,
I mean,
Joey.
if this place don't work, we got a few others, right?
Wow,
Exactly.
that's amazing. Huge.
But you'll definitely love this spot. The spot is super dope. So let me tell you guys this, because I know we're gonna get off pretty soon. I just want to tell you just a couple of things super quick. So shout out to all the artists that are out there doing their thing. Shout out to all the people trying to make dreams come true. What I want to say is we got a show coming up. Hey guys, hold on, Robbie. We got a show coming up in San Jose, California at the SAP Center, August 24th. And I got one of my guys that's coming up on stage with me. You know, I always have two dancers and background singers. Let me introduce you guys really quick. Hey, Jaheed, come here. Check this out. Say hello to everybody.
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on?
He's going to come and say hello. These are my people right here.
Hey, guys. How are you?
How you doing? I met him already.
You did?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
He was there the other day when I was talking to Joey.
Oh,
Hey.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, you wanna say hello? Yeah, okay. So we're going to be on stage August 24th at the SAP Arena, and then October 19th we'll be at the Greek Theater in LA. So those are some good things. I'm talking to a couple of promoters now about other shows. Everything's good. I'm starting to take contracts again. I'm starting to do shows again because you know what? Business is business, and you love business and you love what you're doing. But if you're an artist, you got that thing that has to come out, and you have to shine, and you have to just get out there and do it sometimes. So that's it. That's what we're doing, and that's it. Everything's great. I want to thank you guys so much for putting me on the show. I had such a blast.
Thank
You guys
you,
are
man.
so
I
professional.
appreciate that.
Everything that you do looks great, sounds great. I'm excited. Hey, Jahid, do me a favor. Go inside. This room is too big. I hear you guys talking so loud. It's just an echo. Now I know it's just.
Yeah,
It's a
because of
good
the
time.
mold.
Well, I'm really glad that you had a blast in the show. I told you when we spoke, I said, don't worry about it. It's gonna be good. It's more like a unscripted. It's really unscripted. We just having a chat. It's like we're putting this live, but it's like we're sitting in our living rooms,
Right,
just
having a
discussing some
chat,
stuff.
yeah.
And that's what it's all about. It's about Joey Restivo, the artist,
And the person.
and the person.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's been a blast with me too. I hope
Yeah.
this is not the last time. Remember, when you finish those other projects, please give me a call. Listen,
Oh,
I got
yeah,
the videos, I got
definitely.
everything. We're gonna have you in the show again. With the
And
new
All right, I'll
stuff.
tell you what. Let's do this. How many people are out there watching? Well, this is really for the people now, and then the people that watch it after you put it up.
Right.
So, if you get, let's just say, 30 shares, right, of this thing here, and the people tag me also on it, I'll come on maybe in a week or two whenever we can schedule it, and I'll play nothing but then I have over 60 new songs. That's all I do is work.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Write for me and other artists, me and Keith, we write for, me and other artists and produce for other artists, but I got over 60 brand new songs that are, one is just better than the other. And for me to
we gotta talk.
stuff that says
So,
because I'm a big critic.
So what's your handle? What is your handle on social media they should tag you on?
Well, on Facebook it's Joey Restivo. On Instagram it's Joey Restivo Official. And on TikTok it might also be Joey Restivo Official.
Okay.
Okay, Instagram, everything.
Right.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, Facebook,
Do you
TikTok.
have X? Do you
Yep.
have
Whatever.
And if you guys want to get me and you can't find me for some reason, just reach out to Jose. Just reach out to them and they'll give you my stuff. We'll get it.
Cool,
Thank
cool.
you, man. Thank you so much,
I
man.
appreciate you. I appreciate you coming on the show and sharing time with us. So.
Elizabeth Maldonado, what's up? Hola, chica. Thank you for tuning in.
But then Sandy was around too.
Oh yeah.
I saw her too.
I'm telling you, a lot of my followers on the Spanglish Cafe are coming into the freestyle every week too, and they're like peaking. They're like, because they love freestyle too, even though their main genre is salsa, but they know. I got people from Brooklyn, from the Bronx. Most of these salseros were in New York at one time, so
Puerto Rico too.
Puerto Rico.
Yep.
So Joey, man, I want to thank you again, brother. Deep from the heart, bro. See, now I like meeting Joey, the person, not the artist. So that was amazing, man. Thank you again.
Thanks for the tour. I love it.
I love the tour, man.
Next time I'll show you the second floor. I'll show you the second floor next time.
All
We
right,
got something to talk about, like Mr. Joey's neighborhood.
all right, Mr. Joey's neighborhood.
My neighbor.
There you go. All right, my people, Joey Restivo, episode number 14, the Freestyle Showcase Podcast, right here live, bro. The replays on YouTube, so go after the show. Subscribe, please, subscribe. Let's keep it going. Joey Restivo, thank you so much, brother.
I love you guys. And thank you, everybody who sat there with us for an hour and 25 minutes and got down with us. We love you, and if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here right now, right?
Got it, man. Thank you.
What a great show. What a great person.
Wow,
That's
amazing,
what I
right?
love about our show is that we try to show people. You mentioned Teen Magazine. I gotta say that. Remember Teen
I
Beat?
remember
It was
Teen
Teen
Magazine.
Beat. I think it was. There was another one. Teen Beat and Teen or something.
I was in
Tiger Beat. Tiger Beat. That was
I
the
wasn't
name
a
of the
little
magazine.
bebopper, so I never really.
No, well, I was a young girl, right? So all teenage girls we would get Tiger Beat, right? That was the magazine, and all like Robbie Benson was on the cover, Leif Garrett, David Cassidy, Sean Cassidy, and then all the artists, right? They all were on these magazine covers, and then the inside every month, they would have a poster. So you were like, oh God, who's the poster this month?
I know, right?
When I got Sean Cassidy, I was like, oh God, Sean Cassidy, and put him on the wall.
I know, girls are crazy about that. Hey, look, we got right now. We got Brenda K-Star in the house. Thank you for supporting the artist.
Brenda, thanks for showing
Thank you,
up
Brenda.
and
Thank you for
supporting
showing
us.
up, tuning in for a second at least. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hope to have you someday. And yes, it's very important
Replay so
to
you can see Joey.
Joey Restivo.
Yeah.
Yep. and we're here for that, familia. You know, just the same I do in the Spanglish Cafe with the salseros.
Right.
I do the same thing for the freestyle because I grew up in the best of both worlds, which is freestyle and it's salsa. Of course, look at that. We got an invitation. We have to.
I know.
We'll get in touch with you soon.
Brenda, this is a really small world. I worked with your sister-in-law at Staples.
What?
And in Deerfield Beach, Florida, a few years, it was 2017 probably when I worked there. I can't remember her name. I do apologize, but I remember she told me she was your sister-in-law and she worked at Staples. I know you know who it is. So that's just a small world. I worked with her, and then she mentioned, I go, Brenda K. Star. I was like, what do you mean that's your sister-in-law?
Mira,
you know?
Now that she's online, I'm gonna tell you the story quick. When I was in New York, okay, there was a time that the Copacabana was like changing from place to place. So they were changing place to place at a time. So there was this place called Babalu's in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So Babalu's was the one that was hosting salsa because the Copa was not open. They were remodeling.
Right.
So who's in Babalu's that night? Brenda K-Star. Okay. And then I was hanging out with like 10 of my boys. Okay, we were there. And there was one thing that in Brenda's show, in the middle of her show, she was, aquí no hay hombres que bailan. So all my boys went like this. They all pointed at me, and she had me come to the stage. I don't know if she remembers that, but I remember it like if it was yesterday. And we did a couple of vueltitas and everything, y pa fuera de la tarima. And then I went to my boys. I said, you guys are so bad. But I love that they did it, though. They pushed me up there.
Hey, Brenda, I think her name was Wendy. I think. I'm looking through my cell phone, and I think that was her name. I don't remember. She was American. I remember she had a couple of kids.
Anyway, we'll find out about that.
I guess you have a lot of brothers or a lot of sister-in-laws. I don't know. So anyway, well, thank you anyway. Thank you for being there. Everybody, thank you so much for being on the show today. Please subscribe again. And
next week, I can tell you next week, okay? Be alert. We're going to have 3 to the back, all right? So those will be our guests next week. I'm going to zumbar the flyer like, I don't know how to zumbar in English. What? I'm going to throw the flyer. I'm going to throw the flyer out tomorrow, you know? It's that New Yorican thing, man. So I'm gonna put the flyer tomorrow or Saturday.
I forgot to tell Joy. Make sure you contact Joy to send us the flyers.
Oh no, she said it's Jeanette, honey.
Jeanette. Okay,
so
maybe it
probably
could
Jeanette.
be Jeanette.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's been a few years, and a lot of things happened since 2016, 2017. So
we're gonna. Oh my God, I can't wait to have her on the show, man. She has a big trayectoria. I mean, she has a lot.
Salsa,
with Brenda, it would have to be her alone.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's on Spanglish, because you know Brenda le tira la salsa like heavy duty, y también a freestyle también. So if it's on Spanglish, I'm gonna have to just have Brenda K-Star alone.
We have to do salsa, freestyle, salsa. No.
So anyway, talking about salsa, okay, for you guys that don't know
yeah.
JCEE, you know, I'm releasing my new single, Salsa, on Tuesday, July 16. And I'm also performing right here in Palm Bay. So I'm going to be here with my band in Palm Bay doing some live salsa.
Right.
Okay, so see, compré sus taquillas ahora. They're reserving, the reservations are getting more and more. People are calling. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the support.
More ticket sales.
And we'll also be performing on October 6th at the Puerto Rican Parade and Festival right here in Palm Bay, October 6th. All right, so gracias por el apoyo, mi gente. Thank you for your support. And now, to conclude the show, I am going to put a little clip of my new video, Que le den champán. So for all you salsa lovers out there, the same way the salseros come into Freestyle Show, I'm sure there's a lot of freestylers that go also into Spanglish to see the salsa side. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy this. All right, just a little small clip.
Little teaser.
A little teaser.
Nunca tiene prisa, te hipnotiza con su sonrisa. Siempre y cuando tenga el piso, Mastercard. Toda la noche que le den champán. Pásame la botella, le cuenta así la que va. Sin miedo vamos a gastar.
there it is, my people. A little
Wepa.
teaser. I can't wait till the official video is done.
Wepa.
And I'll be performing it on July the 20th.
That's right. So if you're in the area,
Estreno.
and you're in the area of, we're in Brevard County now. So we're just north. We're about an hour from Orlando, going east. And if you're coming from West Palm Beach, we're north about an hour and 20 minutes. So it's not even that bad from West Palm
Exactly.
Beach.
An hour from Orlando, maybe an hour and 15
It's
minutes
like
from
driving to
Kissimmee.
Miami when you're down
Exactly.
south, you know,
Exactly.
and sometimes it takes you longer.
Exactly. You know, that's the funny thing. You're in the city, and
How come nobody wants to go north? Everybody goes south.
everybody goes south, but
And you
sometimes
have
it takes you an hour and a half in the city just to get somewhere because of the
Right.
traffic.
People
So
get too comfortable, and there's a lot of places in Florida that are really beautiful, and it's much more peaceful, and you don't have to pay for parking, and there's plenty of parking, and it's not going to cost you $40 a night just to park, and the drinks are not going to cost.
something's
Sorry.
outside. Something just hit outside. So it
Sorry, I
doesn't
had to
matter.
pause because something hit the door.
So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in buying the song or the CD, you could go to Spotify. This is the back cover with all the musicians, and it's very important. Like Brenda's K-Star said, it's good to support the musicians, and I support them in both genres.
Right.
You know, so there's the credits for all the musicians that were there.
Right.
Our producer Mike Rivera, the professor. We have great musicians here on this track right here, mastered by Jose Blanco, one of the best down here in Miami. And that's it. This is the cover. And I got to give the credits to my lovely wife, which was the one that designed the front and the back of the CD.
Thank you.
And I want to give a shout out to Leo Sanchez for the picture in the back. Leo Sanchez, and in the front, Villano Music, photographed by Villano Music. So,
Correct.
mi gente, I don't want to say any more about me. So we're going to conclude the show next week. 3 to the back. Coming down, boom, and tell their story, man, so people can know here what the story's like.
I
Okay?
jump on the train.
Exactly. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We'll leave you with this. Muchas gracias.